Are these Australian batsmen or are these municipality sweepers? Hey guys, welcome back to the Cheeky Masters podcast. Podcast that's all about cricket and the banter that comes with it. Right. Yeah, that was the main question I guess that everybody wanted to ask me. And I would say, yeah, they are auditioning for their, jobs because they don't get paid as well as Indian players get. So probably looking for that extra income, as all of us. Hey, don't judge. You guys are in IT, moonlighting, right? Right. That's why we're doing this also. But let's not get. It's just for the extra income, guys. Stop blaming them for sweeping. Okay. So what
So
happened? The world's number
why do you
three,
need
number four, number nine batsmen were just sweeping all through. Right.
IPL money is not enough, Sumit. IPL is paying them more than Cricket Australia. Is that not enough?
Not yet. They still need to make some bag.
The only Australian who can manage without IPL is Mr. Shark, and that's because his wife earns more than him.
Oh, so you're trying to say Mitchell Stark is Stuart Binney of Australia?
A tad quicker, but yes. A tad quicker, but yes. I don't think Mr. Shark has who has better numbers in ODI? Definitely Binny. Right, he has taken a 6-wicket haul. Not Stark. So, if I don't see any doubt why he's even brought in the same league. That's a tad unfair.
Not just are these off on the basics of cricket, but also on how much women cricketers get paid. Also, I don't think you have any clue in that. Man, come on. Oh God, maybe after WPL, yes. Maybe after WPL, yes.
At least women cricketers are getting paid more than Babar Azam. So
Oh shit!
It's a
Okay,
good
yeah,
thing.
that's actually a violation. You know, yeah, man, that's gonna hurt, especially when in a country where women are not allowed to do much, and they'll be laughing at you. Be like, so what? Oh God, yeah. So that
Oh,
happened. People who don't know, yes, Babar Azam is getting paid less to play PSL than a lot of WPL members are getting paid to play, which will definitely, I'll not cover. Maybe Akshar Adi won't. Like, I'm least interested
now,
in that. I'm sorry,
now
guys.
let's come back. Now let's come back to real cricket. Bangladesh versus England
So,
ODI series.
Fuck off.
Adi, just one point. Once if you'll see Sumed's Meg Lanning or someone in finals, he'll be the first one doing the podcast.
Yeah. No,
WPL.
Definitely.
he knows my Australia bias too much, too hard.
Sumit, everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend as if that's a secret.
So let's discuss the the important stuff. Not women's cricket, obviously, but the women's World Cup that just happened. So how did it feel to you guys? Seeing the same team win again and again and again. I think similar to what I have seen in India, right, in Test cricket. But this is ICC event, right? Not a bilateral. So let's discuss that first. So yeah, sixth title, Adi. I mean, is there even a point of having World Cup for women? Just handed out to the Australian team.
Papa, light off कर दिया आप.
What? What was
Did you not? I thought it got mute. Sorry यार, ये पूरा एक second.
a shame that we have to cut this, dude. This is
I thought
Hey,
you
why
were
do you,
mute there.
Actually, let's keep it.
why do you have to cut it?
Yeah,
That's
you
go.
are in charge, right? Yeah, definitely not cutting this. Let's clip it.
Please, sorry, getting back to the topic. here.
So, handing over
Mute हुआ क्या नहीं?
Australian cricket players. So, that's right. That's the way to go.
I think the first and most important thing is even though Australia had I don't think we need to discuss how well Australia played. That's not a good thing to discuss. It's like talking about how good of a spinner Ashwin is. Totally irrelevant. Even though some claim Nathan Lyon is equally good or better or things like that. Similarly, India is a good team, but Australia is in a different league altogether. Same goes for Ashwin and Lyon. Let's have that clarity and not be confused about it.
Yeah.
But
That's when Lion would have had 0 World Cups and Ashwin would have had 6. But that's not the case, so let's not compare that, okay? Get one, then let's talk. Right? Like, get one, then we'll see.
wait. Ashwin has a World Cup, not Lyon. That's a fact.
Oh, God. That dumb, like, it's such a dumb conversation. Akshay is like, what the fuck are these two talking about? All right.
Just both of these guys are satisfying their ego.
Yep.
So
100%. So
let's go.
Akshay's ego now. Let's go to India versus Australia second match and what happened on the last day of the game. Oh my God, dude. That's where we started. 7 wickets fell for what? 30 runs or something like
35 something, yeah.
Right. Same shot. I think everybody went for the same shot against Jaddu. Jaddu took 7, right?
Yes.
I mean,
5 of them as bowled.
yeah, I mean, I think Mohammad Kaf said that better than anybody else who would say. Even if you had asked a grade cricketer from Kotla what not to do at Kotla, that would be sweeping. And then all the matches went there. And, so I don't know what went, what kind of discussions were having, or what was told, what they thought was going to happen. But man, that was stupid to watch. I'll be honest, Akshay knows we have a common friend, Kunal, and he was saying that he had a hard time watching the Women's World Cup semi-final. He stopped watching. He was like too emotional about it and got out. Same thing happened to me, I'll be very honest. I was not able to watch only, so I gave up. Like, that was something I couldn't watch. Like, this is just plain. I haven't watched the highlights also. I've heard that they got out. I've not seen it. I'm not going to see it. It's that bad for me. Like, they were ahead in the game.
I have this thing here.
They were ahead. I don't know what they did that day. Oh God.
Nobody was following what I think Cummins or someone would have told them that this is what you have to do here, but no one followed what I felt like that they were like, मेरे को अपना hero बनना है, I have to prove that I can play somewhere in India. Everyone were proving a point instead of making a win for for Australia. So
even in your fumble, you're making India win, Akshay. So
So here's the thing from my side. When most of the times when India plays spin, we are not that. There's not a lot of difference between Indian batters against spin and Australian batters against spin right now. Both are pathetic, especially if you're talking about middle.
I thought you were going to say Indian. I was going to slap the shit out of you. See, the only Indian batsman who can bat against spin is Jaddu only, who's taking the 7 fucking wickets. Okay, Jaddu.
Right.
And that bowler who doesn't work outside India, what's his name?
Akshar Patel.
Yeah, so these 3 are the ones who are playing spin in India. It's not like your batsmen are scoring anything, okay? To be very honest,
Right.
if they had made 100 more runs, it would have been very close between India and Australia. Right. This was
Right. So
So
that's
Sumit, you are still forgetting Cheteshwar Pujara. So
no, not against spin.
he was playing good.
no.
He was playing good.
Playing good, but I think Adi was the one who pointed out this, but I'll let him go. It's stats wala thing, but I think Pujara and Kohli have after 2019 or something like that, 18, they have like 24 run average. Right. So I don't
Kohli averages 26 and Pujara averages 29 since the end of beginning of 2020. So admit all the talk about
see, India won. It was a clean one-sided win on the day 3, I would say. But definitely, I would say that Australia lost it, basically, more than India winning it. Like, Australia just gave it away after 2 competitive days. 3rd day, they just gave it away.
Actually, there are multiple WhatsApp groups where I sent this message that congratulations, guys, the scoreline is 1-1 at the end of day 2 because they have already scored 60 or 90 runs or something like that, right? With Travis Head being absolute beast. And I'm like, come on, even if they manage 150, which is
That's
less.
what I was saying. 90 more runs would have made the difference, yeah.
made the difference. But I was definitely worried because Lyon was performing much better than what he did in the first match. He was bowling much better. Torren Murphy was economical as fuck, and like Kuhneman would have done something on that pitch. Like on that pitch, anyone can be a good bowler, I think. So they had a very good chance, but yes, the over-sweeping thing fucked it up.
I think that's clear. I think we are all I think we all agree
One
that
second. Australia sweeping was so bad that I flirt better than that, I think. A lot of disappointed faces here, but yes.
not as many as in your DMs. Akshay, can you please flip it? Okay, moving on. Moving on from discussing how they lost the second match to discussing how they are going to lose the third one. Let's focus on what's at hand tomorrow. We have the third BGT match. I think this is the last, as Akshay has pointed out previously, this is the last BGT probably tour. They're going to change the formats and everything. Let's see, like five matches instead of 4, whatever. Right. One good thing.
When you said change the format, I thought you were going to say that it's going to be a T20 series from now.
Yeah.
No,
definitely. One good thing that is going to happen from Australian cricket side is, as you can tell from the smile, Steve Smith is going to captain this side. It's going to lose because we are going to lose. But I'm happy that Smith is captain. He's going to get their toss. He's going to wear a large jacket on his small body. Right? I'm just going to have fun with his whatever he's going to do, whoever is going to bowl, whenever he's going to bowl, all of that. I'm just going to have my fun. I'm going to watch this match, even if they sweep all 10 wickets. I'm okay, but I'm going to watch this one.
But again, obviously Smith playing and all indoor again. Let's see how is he playing. But again, hopefully he'll score good. But again, let's see.
Can you give me the pitch report, Akshay? I think you saw the pitch and you had some thoughts about it.
What I saw would be same day, game will close in third day only.
Come on.
See, from what I've heard, the pitch has some.
Adi, they have their own plans, Sumit. They want to eat Indori poha. They have plans. They want to go Aspas Jana. They have plans, man. Cricket is they have come to India as a tourist. They are going to Delhi. They are going to Humayun to entertainment. Yeah. So they are going to Indore. So Sumit, you tell, if you being a hardcore Indori poha, they are going to Indore. They should eat poha, right?
They should eat poha. Yeah. I'll agree to that. They should definitely eat poha. Right? I would recommend everybody to eat poha. That's just a thing. If you live there, you would know. But sadly, I would want them to eat, but then to go back to the fucking training sessions and start playing spin better. Again, I'll go to now you, Adi. If you have seen the pitch, I would assume you would have. If you don't have a life outside cricket anyway. So what I wanted to know from you is, to me, it looks like a much better wicket than the first two. Akshay says 3-day again. Maybe, dude. You never know. After 5 overs, it start breaking up. I don't know, but it looks to me at least little more flat than the first.
Flat track, yeah.
I'll actually say this thing. I think Akshay is also right, and you're also right there. It's a better pitch, but it shall be a 3-day test because it's Australia.
Come on. Oh man!
So, from what I saw in the pictures where Steve Smith was, doing his thing with the pitch, pitch had a bit of green color, not grass, but green color. It will be dry. I expect better bounce on it. Pitch. It will have uneven bounce. The ball won't necessarily stay down. But in their attempt to overcompensate, Australia will forget that they will still have the option to sweep, which is going to be a much better option on a pitch like this. I don't think anyone except Alex Carey is going to do that in the first inning, and they'll get out at 150 around.
No, I think, this is the problem with Australia, other than Smith, actually, that they never learn. This is the truth of the matter. They'll not learn from this. So if you think that they're not going to sweep, that's not going to be. Smith might not sweep, right? Because I remember when
I think they will overcompensate, because there was a lot of talk of don't sweep, they won't sweep.
Agreed. But this is what I'm telling you, being an Australian fan, seeing them for these many years. they're not going to listen to that, right? They will, like, I'll tell you.
So you are going to be the judge here.
Okay.
I am saying they will not sweep. Sumit is saying they will definitely
I'll
sweep.
tell you the players who sweep also, Akshay, right now. Khwaja. Okay, Carry to is obviously. Carry will sweep.
उसको और कुछ आता ही नहीं है. He has to sweep.
These three are going to sweep anyways. Like, whatever you do doesn't matter. These three will sweep.
Again, it's in their play. But what happened in the second test was every player was trying to sweep.
That was
Even Cummins' first ball was trying to sweep.
Yeah.
First ball. So, but again, to Adi's point, and I'd say you are also correct, Suved, here, that players who are actually good at spin and who will sweep, they will only sweep, others won't.
Yeah, that's what I think would happen. But anyways, I wanted to discuss. See, is there a point discussing India? I think it's the same 11. They're not.
No. Umesh Yadav will mostly play. Shami will be rested.
Why? Oh, rested.
Rested.
Okay.
Two reasons I can see. First one is that other one is also that Umesh will get some game time before Test Championship final because he's definitely going to be one. Bumrah is injured, so you need the third pacer. It's a good thing. And there are discussions going on about Gill replacing KL, although I don't trust Rohit Sharma or Rahul with that.
I don't think.
No, he will. He was removed of the vice captain. That's a clear indication.
Agreed. No, that's a clear indication that they're going to remove him as a vice captain. But as a player, I think he'll still get this entire tournament because Rahul Dravid came out last match and said, no, we are backing him. So,
that's fine. So again, everybody, if you have to come and speak to the public, they will support and try to shield their team. But internally, वो गाली दे रहा होगा उसको.
And very okay. And like very high chance that if KL doesn't perform tomorrow, in the fourth match itself, he'll have a niggle or maybe a little injury and he'll be sidelined for the
hairline fracture.
Yeah.
Personal reasons.
Groin fracture due to honeymoon or whatever, right? I don't know. But yeah. I was just glancing over the squad for tomorrow, right? And just noticed that a few players are missing. That's okay, right? Used to bitch and cry about that a lot, but I don't think there's a point to it. So,
Warner.
Yeah. Agar has been replaced completely. Like Agar को बोल दिया कि तुम जाओ. मतलब तुम इस लायक भी नहीं हो कि तुम रहो. देखो भी मत. तुमको देखो आंख बंद कर ले बहन के लौड़े वो ये बोल रहे हैं उसको.
तुम वेकेशन के लायक भी नहीं हो. तुम
वेकेशन के लायक नहीं. तुम सॉरी पोहे के लायक नहीं हो. How dare you? How dare you? व्हाइट कपड़े उतार.
Jabki he looks more Asian than Usman Khwaja.
Yeah, I don't think looks are the criteria, right? But okay.
They should be, but okay.
Criteria?
Yeah, looks are not the criteria. Otherwise, Akshar Patel would never play cricket. He would not do that. That's not happening. Right. Okay, so team, right? Indian 11, I think the one change you're mentioning, I was not aware. But if that is the change, that would be the only change. I don't see a KL going out. But let's say KL goes out, which would be a huge shocker tomorrow, right? All news channels would be covering break ke baad dekhiye types of thing, right? Like the nation wants to know, I don't know what will happen, all that, right? But if KL is to go, who's the opening batsman? Then very clearly Shubman, right? Like there's no debate there. So the two changes we can foresee, one for sure is happening, is Umesh coming in and Shami going out, and one that can happen but will not happen according to me is Shubman for KL.
Right? Yeah.
Well, that's the easy question. Now I'll ask you the difficult question. Let's start with Adi. So, changes to the Australian 11, which are forced now, right? What do you foresee? Because Stark is not 100% ready, but he will go, is what he said. Like if asked, he will.
Yep.
Green is 100% ready to go, and Warner and Cummins have gone, so they are ready to Oh, they're gone. So, what does the 11 look like to you? Let's start from the opening, probably.
Yeah, I think openers are going to be Travis Head and Usman Khawaja, especially with the kind of innings he plays. No doubt on that. I don't think I need to talk about number 3 and number 4.
Yeah.
No questions on that.
Yeah.
I have been very happy with how Peter Hanscom has played, although he doesn't have a lot of big scores to show for, but he has definitely been the best player of spin as such.
Very.
Especially that if you consider that he has not played international cricket for a very long time. He was in the last tour, but a very long time he has not played. So these are my top 5. Maybe he can be shifted to 6 if needed, but main top 5. At number 6, Green would come in. Because again, that also reduces the number of left-handers you have in your 11. Matt and Shaw as number 6 doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you be that stupid? I mean, I understand you are stupid, but still, why would you be that stupid?
Matt
So,
doesn't make any sense to me, sorry to say. Like, I have, why Renshaw? What Renshaw? Like, who, like, what the fuck is a Renshaw?
He should have also been told to go back.
Yeah. Hey,
What is he doing?
Ashton Agar must be looking at him like, bitch, first ball in 2 innings. What the fuck why is he? It's a ball, like, what the hell? You know, like,
Rishabh Pant is not there.
Very confused.
Makes no sense on why you will play Matt Renshaw at number 5 or 6 when you have Ashton Agar who can bowl that well. He's a going to be a left arm bowler. That you see Jadeja and Akshar Patel are doing well. You have an option. No, we don't want to win.
Man, this is to Akshay. Okay. Imagine you're so bad in spin that you are not even being allowed to play in India after you came in here. Like, he tried to spin on on an Indian track, and even the Aussie selectors were like, bro, I mean, yeesh, man, is that spinning or like what's happening?
Ashwin का सस्ता कॉफी को खिला लेते हैं.
Who told him he could?
Oh man,
I don't know. I think Smith would have went to comments like, why you bitches lying to me? That is not spinning at all. Maybe that's the problem, Akshay. Maybe that's the problem. Why are you laughing? This is serious. I think that is the problem. They were playing Ashton Agar in the nets, right? And they were thinking, oh, suddenly it starts to spin, and they're like, what?
We were not informed. What is this?
New information, brand new information. So yeah.
But
they should have again.
Delhi, how do you not turn? See, my point is, on a pitch like Delhi or the pitch they played the first test match, how do you not turn the ball? That's my question. I think even I would be able to turn on the pitch, especially with the kind of turn that was.
That's a very Indian statement to make. So shut the fuck up. That's an Aussie. Let's not do that. But yeah, very, very bad at that. So,
Sumedh, you have Jason Sangha again. I'm saying,
dude, one more time you mentioned that Sangha boy, right? That idiot is not even fit to play domestic, dude. Like, how did he even play domestic is beyond me. I mean,
he's leading one of the sides, right? He's captain of one of the domestic teams, I guess.
He's actually the Stuart Binney of Australia. Like, you see somebody and you're like, how the fuck? like Stuart Binney, right? When you see his wife, you're like, how the fuck did he land that? Similarly, it's me with Jason Sangha. Like, how the fuck did he? It's like maybe he just sat in the team bus and suddenly one day people were like, "Acha, ye aa hi raha hai, to khila hi lete hain." I don't know what happened. Right? Maybe I don't know. That's how Adi used to play cricket. Right. Right, he'll just join the group and they'll be like, okay, ठीक है, 2-3 ball to डालनी है ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा. So I think that's how he started. I don't know, dude. Yeah, don't make that joke, Akshay. That's
okay.
That's racist, first of all. Playing in Indian, playing in NRI in India, right? But yeah, if he could have spun, right, he would have been like. Imagine you're so bad a cricketer. You're so bad a desi cricketer that you can't spin for Australia also. Like, that's how bad things are. I can spin. Akshay doesn't spin. Akshay doesn't spin the ball at all. He can spin more than Jason Sangha can. That's how bad a cricketer is. Let's not even That's
No, no,
Oh,
no, no, Sumit. I can spin. I can spin. You have seen it in office.
okay. Hey, dude, even I can spin that much. Which is more than Jason Sangha, so let's move on.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we were at till green, and then we had to add carry after that. Obviously,
Yeah.
we need one
yes,
person,
right.
right? Clean the
And
area for the bowlers. So,
so on a pitch like this, see, when you are playing two pure pacers, that's a bit too much. Like, overkill. You don't need two pure pacers. But Stark and Green provide the perfect combination for that. Stark is a very decent option for a number 8 guy,
yeah,
from a batting perspective, I'm saying. And he's your pure pacer. But also, because of Green, he's not alone. He's not the only pacer in the team, which was the case in second test. So he has got a bit of support if the situation is
and
that some.
very differently, right? Like Stark
Yeah.
is more of a what he himself calls himself that. Like he says that he doesn't set up people. He doesn't, he's not the brainy test bowler like a Cummins or an Ashwin. I have to admit Ashwin is. So hate to, but okay. Right. Siraj also, like they set up people and then they get wickets, right? Green would do that, right? But Stark is not that. Stark is a different kind of a beast altogether, right? He'll try to outmaneuver you basically on that
Correct.
very ball. He doesn't care about what happened the ball before, what is going. That doesn't matter. On that very ball, if he can just get enough pace behind his ball, he can take a wicket. That's what he believes. Like genuinely, what he believes. So he's that kind of a player. But I think me and Adi discussed it way back when Ashes were happening, and we saw
No, we did not.
different bowlers, right? To take place when Cummins was not there and when other bowlers were not there, right? We saw very quickly that bowling in test for multiple overs is not a joke. And no, and there is a vast difference between a domestic player and an international player, and it was very obvious because you need like Cummins could bowl as many overs as you would want. I would in India, I would say that was for you very easily Bumrah. Like even with his bad action, not bad action, bad for his health basically, but that action that stresses him too much, he still will bowl his heart out every time. Neil Wagner is one such example in New Zealand. Like hand is broken, he's like 30th over he's bowling, but he'll come out and he'll bowl as much as he wants. So that's Stark. So Stark would definitely first of all play with.
So what I think Stark, if he's not 100% fit, right? Not there 100%,
Yeah.
right? So what I think Boland will play tomorrow, but again, we
No,
don't know.
no, please no.
Stark is going to play, definitely.
He's good. He's good. He's good.
No, bro. Boland would go to England. I'm okay with that, but not in India, dude.
No, at least he's
Boland,
100% fit.
Yeah, he is fit. He is
see,
fit.
the problem with Boland is he's not a 140 kind of guy. He's more of a 130 to 135 pacer. And if you're not going to give him any assistance from the pitch, sharp movement as such, or kind of where your seam is going to assist you. If you're not going to, then he's not going to be effective. He's not going to be any sort of dangerous.
I'll tell you a very simple formula for that, Adi. Like I'll tell you how Australian cricketers would be thinking. Right? Let's take their cap on. इंडिया है रिवर्स स्विंग होगा कौन रिवर्स स्विंग करा सकता है स्टार खेलेगा खत्म like that's the extent to the conversation they would have had in this situation at max, right? Like genuinely I don't think anybody else is playing. There's a chance there was a discussion the new bowler Lance Morris coming in, that like I would say Lance Morris would come over Boland if that's the case, but I would still say 90% of Stark is what Australia would take any day. Stark and as Adi was saying, Stark and Green provide much better batting lineup.
Combination.
See, अगर पहली बॉल पे आउट ही होना है तो रेंचो से बेटर तो फिर ग्रीन है ना, कम से कम बॉलिंग
ग्रीन है, हाँ.
Right, exactly.
कुछ तो करेगा.
कुछ तो करेगा. अगर पहली बॉल में आउट हो गया तो बॉलिंग कर लेगा. Right, कुछ तो होगा.
Like even with the new ball, you can give 2 overs of initial 2 overs, right? I'm absolutely new. So 4 overs of pace you have. That's I think you definitely need that option.
Channel, right? He knows how to bowl the channel. So that's what you need out of that bowler on this pitch at least. And then obviously 3 spinners. That's standard now. That's what Australia is going to be, which is actually I'm happy with that. Like the spinners, I'm okay with all 3, right? But fast is what I'm looking forward to. Stark would be the difference here. But if Australia has to win, they'll have to do the same thing that they did bad in the second match, which is to bat better. I don't, as we said before the series start, if you remember, right, we were having a conversation, obviously, on this podcast, that what is going to be the main challenge? It was Australian batsmen versus Indian bowlers, to be very specific winners. So,
But Australia only two players are batting. They are over reliant on these two others are like, हाँ ठीक है हम I don't care. If you see them on the field, you don't feel like that they'll score big.
no, they are not. As you said, right? घूमने आए हैं eventually. As we used to make fun of as we still make fun of the Indian men's cricket team in ICC tournaments, right? कि ये तो बीच पे फोटो डाल रहे और ये वो वही इंदौर में ये पोहा खाते हुए फोटो डाल रहे. That's what is going to happen. I don't see, anything changing there. But if you, as always we do, before we close, I'll ask that question. Let's go to other thing that happened.
Actually, sorry, one more thing, Sumit. So we had this discussion. I want to add just one more point before we end the podcast as such. That is, depending on the third test match, we are going to see a different pitch for fourth test match. And I think that's going to be very exciting. I've heard some reports on it. I think you have heard it too.
See, I know this is going to happen, right? But see, I'll tell you. Okay, let's go there. Let's do that segment, right? So let's see what we are predicting for the third match. Mind says no, but heart, as always, would say yes. Australia is going to win the third match. Somehow Smith is going to pull out something out of his ass. Going to win.
As Bradley said, right? Yes.
Yeah. So, but see, in my mind, after what I've seen the last inning, right? you can imagine the heartache I'm already, in. But I'll still say Australia would win the third one, right? I have to believe that. So, yeah. But if that happens somehow, definitely the fourth like pitch is going to be like. Even on the day -1 day, you would see like Smith ki photo aayegi, right? He's on his knees trying to judge the pitch, and uska pura pant pura brown ho chuka hoga. Like that's how bad the fourth pitch is going.
No.
If
It won't be.
That
It won't
you're
be.
not
It won't be. No.
You are not reading it right. So from what I have heard, if India win the third match, then in fourth match they are going to have a pace-friendly pitch where India will be going with 3 or maybe 4 paces, something like that.
Yes.
nice.
Because it is in another Modi Stadium, Ahmedabad, so it's not.
No, but we have not had a test match there, right? Or have we?
England.
England.
We had, yeah.
What kind of pitch it was? It was flat or it was green?
2-day test match.
So yeah,
But see, their point is that they want to prepare for World Test Championship final. So if the final position is confirmed in this match, if suppose India leads by 3-0, then in fourth test they are going to challenge their team. They're going to put up a pitch which is going to assist the pacers so that our batters and bowlers can prepare for the final.
Actually, I'll be very honest. If Hazelwood and Cummings are out, right, anyways, then a pitch that favors just pace, India would have a better pace attack than Australia at that very moment, because the two better pacers right now in the team are already going to be in the team tomorrow, which is Green and Stark. Right. After that, the other
both teams are going with their If both teams are going with their full strength side, India will always have a better pace attack.
Okay.
It's true.
Yeah, we'll see
No
that.
matter how much you hate it, that's a fact.
We'll see that in the World Test Championship final, right? Let's see.
But that's not going to be full strength squad. We are not going to have Bumrah. Umesh will be playing instead of him, so that's not the case.
Hey, never know. Hazelwood is not fit also right now, right? We don't know. But
whatever we'll see that out.
I'm going to say that is the one that is Australia is going to win for sure. Mind and heart. This is just heart tomorrow.
Akshay, flip that out.
Very clear. Tomorrow's match is just for the heart piece of it. Mind is already knowing what is going to happen tomorrow. So let's not.
So Sumit, is your mind going somewhere that if India is winning 4-0, what will happen to Australia?
Australia would still play the World Test Championship final as long as Sri Lanka doesn't upset New Zealand in New Zealand. So I'm hoping that is a scenario I don't get to see at least. Like if that happens, okay. No, then definitely I would say Australia does not deserve to go. If Sri Lanka is beating New Zealand in New Zealand, right? You are not supposed to go. Don't go there.
Oh,
Yeah, but come on. As cricket fans, what do you want to see? Australia, India in the World Test Championship final in England or Australia, Sri Lanka?
India, Sri
I
Lanka
don't
in final,
I
England.
don't care about cricket fans here. I just want India to win.
So
Even
that's
if it's
why.
Sri Lanka, I don't care.
Sri Lanka.
I
Exactly.
want a India versus Sri Lanka test match in England in Lords. Like, imagine the crowd, man. Barmy Army be like, हमें क्या करना है? What are we supposed to do here?
No, so if it is in India and Australia in the finals, right? Barmy Army would be supporting India.
Yeah.
Yes, but what if India, Sri Lanka? What do they do in that case?
They serve.
That's my question.
They will be serving the beer there because they need to get paid also. Those tickets are.
I'm more excited about India Sri Lanka final. That would be any day better than
fuck.
India Australia. Too many India Australia matches already.
Fuck both of you.
So I'm telling you, my prediction, if in whatever happens with this, if India is there in the finals, India will lose, Australia will win.
See, already Akshay is also.
Because because it's a ICC trophy. देख लेना तुम.
No, that is true. But a lot of that would be contributed towards Bumrah not playing also because Bumrah was the best bowler when India last toured England. So that would be the case.
How many no balls? Sorry, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no balls. Throw as many as you can. Just get the wickets that you are getting. That would be.
अरे
Jadeja
आदि
did that.
अरे आदि अगर वैसे बोलो अर्शदीप नहीं आएगा टीम में, so don't think about that.
Yeah, Adi, how many no balls does an international bowler have before he gets kicked out of the team? Yeah, drink your fucking water. Go ahead. Drink.
No answer.
No answers. Adi, your bias is showing. Okay.
So Sumit, do you remember? From day one I have been saying about Arshdeep.
Not fit. Yep. All right, so I think we know the prediction. Adi and Akshay are going for India. I'm as usual going for Australia. That's not a prediction. Basically, that's the standard. Before
But
we close,
a bit of disagreement with Akshay here. Akshay said 3-day test match win. I'm expecting it to go to the fifth day. Like on a practical basis, I'm going.
you were going to say the fourth, but okay, fine. Let's.
So they'll try to compare and beat New Zealand, England. So
Oh, that would be fun. Dude. So that's where I was
Fixing,
thinking
yes.
before we close very quickly because I think we're over time already. But let's.
I would want to change, Sumit. Australia will win third match.
Whoa! Do we have media here?
Why I know? I'll tell you. Fourth match, Australian Prime Minister and all of these guys are coming to see the match. So they would want to keep that match exciting.
Fixing, yes.
Atithi Devo
Yes,
Bhava.
please go ahead.
Atithi Devo Bhava. Okay. Hopefully.
I just hope he doesn't book ticket for fourth day.
He won't actually.
No. Modi and all of these guys are coming. Modi will also come. So probably day one.
Yeah.
Day one.
Knowing Modi, more likely thing that could happen is like Australian PM would say something like, "Oh, how nicely batted," or "What a shot," or something like. He'll be like, "Isko nikalo re," and the next ball, Jattu is getting six wickets of 6 balls or something. ज़्यादा बोल रहा है and out. Oh God.
इधर क्या दिवाली के लिए बचा के रखा है?
So, very quickly before we close, I wanted to go over what people are talking about is one of the best comebacks they've ever seen. I'll be honest before we discuss that. I know what I think I have an idea of what your thoughts are. I'll just go with mine. It was a very amazing match. Like nobody expected New Zealand to fight back like that, right? And they did. What I'm going to say might sound wrong to you, especially Akshay, maybe. No, actually, maybe to Adi. But the thing is, New Zealand shouldn't be in this position any day, anyways. Right? They are the current defending world
Yes.
champions.
Champions.
Correct.
Yes.
World Test champions. They not only played well throughout the tournament the first time around, they defeated India in finals very clearly. And after that, like it's just I don't know how many days have passed that before between that and now. And if you're playing in your backyard and you're so pressed against a side that a win by one run is the biggest thing, biggest talk of the town, then no. Credits to England that they created an atmosphere around them and they have played good cricket also. They have one of the best debutant runs I've ever seen in my life right now with Harry Brooks. But still, it's again your backyard. Your bowlers should be able to do stuff which they are not clearly not able to do. But what are your thoughts?
Yes. Akshay, let you go
It,
first.
it's not the hype, Sumit, again, being New Zealand and all. The hype was around the match going into the fifth day. It's probably the hype was not that just about just New Zealand or England, but overall that a test match going into the fifth day, that was much more exciting and that created the hype.
No, again,
Whichever team won, if England would have won, it would have been the same. But yeah, Adi.
Okay. See, first thing first, when we talk about right that New Zealand defending champions, so this is the way they have played in this cycle is a lot like a team winning a World Cup and then not even reaching the semi-finals the next time. Sounds like West Indies, but no, not West Indies. This time we have New Zealand. That's the first thing. Second thing, I mean, of course, a great win. I was watching the match, coincidentally, last few hours I watched. Uh, there were memes coming in after the match that this is the death of baseball. So finally, the streak has ended. New Zealand have proven that it doesn't work, but that's not the case.
no.
New Zealand managed to win it, but it was a great example of how much baseball, the term, is affecting. If you don't look at this, if you think of England playing normal Test cricket in general, right? Both of these Test matches would have ended in a draw.
Hmm.
A very normal draw, especially with the kind of flat pitches that they are getting. But it's very exciting no matter how much you hate England. It's just lovely to see these kind of matches going on. Uh, great, entertaining test match all over. As Akshay said, that if England would have won, things would have been very similar, like people would have celebrated. But still, saving the match, like winning by one run, I think that's more, a bigger achievement than winning by one wicket. So I'd rate that a bit higher. But overall, both the teams would be happy at the end of the match. I don't think, because
Correct.
first of all, there were no points on offer. You are actually talking about just trying to perform well and entertaining the people. That's all that's happening. And it was as good as it could get. So very happy with the test match.
No, so
Correct.
okay, maybe a little out of context there, but still, I'll say this. Do not agree with both of you on that. If England would have won, it would have been called a great match, because the way that baseball has taken over the cricketing world, this would have been just another chunk in their armor that, okay, even in that situation, they came back and won or something. Like if Anderson hit that for a four, that would have been the discussion. But no, I was not trying to discount baseball. No, that's not what I was trying to say. I would like what they have done, like special, and it is all credit. I know McCallum doesn't take credit for this, but that's bullshit. Okay, that's complete bullshit.
No.
The entire change has come. Why? Because they know that the players know that they have backing from their coach and their captain also, but more from their coach, I would say, that go out, do whatever the fuck you want to do, be aggressive, play the cricket you like to play, be aggressive, and we are going for the result. That does change the dynamic of cricket, and we all would like, I think, game that way only. We don't want to go for a draw. We don't want to see a draw. We want
Right, yes.
conclusion of the test match, right? So I think that is true. But what I wanted to say that is a team like New Zealand looking like nothing in front of England should not have happened, is what I'm saying.
Correct.
Like, and same, I think the same. We similar comparison would be what Australia did last match, right? Like, okay, fine, first match you lost, whatever, but if you lose that pathetically in front of India, that's just Like you would be shamed for it, and that's what I was.
But again, comparison wise, again, New Zealand, again, even though they have been winning it, but England have been on a very good form. So, so if you try to compare that way, at this point of time, England is a better team than New Zealand.
It is.
Even though New Zealand have won the trophy, that's past. The match is at the present, not in the past. We're not living in the past. What's won, it's already won. You cannot live with that glory always.
I don't agree.
So you
Another
have to
factor
perform
that
on
we
the
need to
field
take
that
in,
day.
another factor that we need to take in that New Zealand's condition is as similar to as it can get to an English home conditions. So they were actually, they would be much more comfortable playing here than they were comfortable in playing in Pakistan or anywhere else. So
Correct, correct.
not very surprising result. I mean, it was very dominating, but not that surprising from my point of view.
Maybe I.
While you're discussing baseball, people again, Sumit, you would know, Adi, you would know, he did the same thing with KKR when they went into the finals. Till seventh match, KKR, I don't know, they won only one or two matches. It was his baseball in T20 in IPL that they went into the finals.
No,
So
see,
people do underestimate that, but now when he's into the international team, that is when people are trying to term it as a baseball. They're trying to see, but he has been doing it with KKR for the past 3 years.
no, I'll say this, dude, 100%. The way that he is coaching is the way every team needs to go,
Exactly.
right? This is so. I'll tell you why also, because when one team is playing like that and you're trying to do what Pakistan was trying to do, right? We'll play how we play here, whatever happens.
Hmm.
Fuck you, dude. They just came and bashed you and went away. If the other person is, if it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight, as they say,
Hmm.
right? You're not going to be able to use your fucking knife, right? The other team is going to kill you before that you ever get a chance. So yeah, I would say what what McCallum has done for England, somebody needs to step up and do for